Yo, what up? What up, y'all? What's going on? Come on in, come on in. About to get into this real quick. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I just wanted to hop on and get into this Foxy Brown speaking out, about the Jay-Z situation, people trying to get her, spill some things on Jay. But she spoke on it in her on her Instagram. We're gonna get into Diddy mom defending him, and then we're gonna get into Jaguar and Orlando Brown linking up. So make sure y'all smash that like button for y'all to catch it back on a replay. But let's go ahead and get into this real quick. So Foxy Brown recently spoke out. Um, people been trying to get her to speak out about the situation with Jay-Z. Ever since this Diddy indictment came into play. A lot of people saying Jay-Z next, Jay-Z next. So now, people, hitting up, Foxy Brown, trying to get her to spill some beans. So let's go ahead and get into Foxy Brown response real quick. All right. Real quick. Let me do this. All right. So Foxy Brown continues to declare her loyalty for Jay-Z despite all the cryptic posts. A lot of people in her inbox saying things. So a fan hit her up and said, "That's why in the midst of this all, you're still alive to tell your story. There's a reason you've been covered. Favored in the blood will stand the test of trials." So she replied, "My story will shock you to the core. I don't play victim, but I had to step away for a minute, for my sanity, and I would have loved you say that I would have been dead, basically." The industry put that pressure on her, you know what I'm saying? So somebody else tweeted, I guess this is on Twitter, said Jay-Z's about to be blown up soon once Foxy NDA is over in 2025. Baby, she's singing. I feel like the Rock Nation is almost done. That's why Nicki is so comfortable talking like this. So she responded saying, "In icon business, miss me with the fake news. NDA, I ain't a motherfucker alive could stop my story. NDA on my shit, going run 100 mil." So she basically saying her story going to run about 100 mil if she decide to ever speak out. So she said, "Stop playing with my name. Dying for me to comment. Can't spin with the sucker shit. So take a hold down. Better ask about the cloth I'm cut from." Yeah, because a lot of people saying Jay-Z next. Time to take Jay down. And she said she ain't with the sucker shit. All right, she said, "Y'all want me to be anti-hope so bad. F out of here. Post that." That's why I said she ain't gonna speak on that shit. They ain't gonna speak on that shit. She said they want Foxy Brown to be anti-hope so bad. It's never gonna happen. She cut from a different cloth. She said good night. She said, "I don't know if," another fan said, "I don't know if you comprehend because that's not what it gave." In other words, she said, "You and them, the icon business with the fake news." She said, "Love me a sharp mother effer." And of course, she gave Russell Simmons a shout out and a happy belated birthday to Russ. Damn. So they don't look like Foxy gonna be doing any talking. She ain't gonna be saying nothing. Foxy ain't spilling no beans. She ain't saying nothing. Nope. She ain't speaking on it. They trying to get her to speak on Jay-Z and she ain't falling for it. She ain't going for it. No. She said, "No, not me." Mm-mm. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and move on real quick. Let's go ahead and get into Diddy mom responding. So Diddy mom recently spoke out, basically defending her son, saying her son is not the monster everybody's painting him to be. basically saying he's being set up and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Diddy's mom speaking out, making a statement.
Diddy mother Janice Combs released a statement to Local 1 News about her son's legal troubles. In the statement, she says her son may have lied about the domestic violence that was caught on video, but that doesn't mean he is guilty of the sexual assaults he is accused of, according to Fort Lauderdale-based attorney Natalie G. Figures. Combs said, "My son is not the monster they have painted him to be." This statement comes after a Houston-based attorney announced that he was representing 120 victims of Diddy's alleged sexual misconduct. Here is the full statement from Diddy's mother, Janice. Janice Smalls Combs, the mother of Sean Combs, through her undersigned counsel and on the behalf of the Combs family, releases the following statement. I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. To bear witness what seems to be like a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court, to finally share his side, and to prove his innocence. I am not here to portray my son as perfect because he is not. He has made mistakes in his past, as we all have. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel's surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes, the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. It is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongfully convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what this society considers to be a good person. History has showed us how individuals can be wrongfully convicted due to their past actions or mistakes. Watching the world make jokes and laugh at my son's life crumbling before our eyes is something I can never forget. It is truly agonizing to watch the world turn against my son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions, without ever hearing his side or affording him the opportunity to present his side. These lies thrown at him are motivated by those seeking a financial gain, and not justice. These individuals saw how quickly my son's civil legal team settled his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit, so they believe they can receive a quick payday by falsely accusing my son. False allegations of sexual assault thwart true victims of sexual violence from getting the justice they deserve. To make matters worse, the federal government is now using these lies to prosecute my son. This injustice has been unbearable for our family. The worst part of this ordeal is watching my beloved son be stripped of his dignity, not for what he did, but for what people choose to believe about him. I ask his supporters, fans, colleagues, friends, and the public to not judge him before you've had the chance to hear his side. I beg you to think about those who have been wrongfully persecuted, to remember that not everyone who has made mistakes in life deserves to have their entire existence judged by a single action or a few mistakes. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves the chance to tell his side. I can only pray that I am alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated. Respectfully submitted on the behalf of Janice Smalls Combs and the Combs family.
Boy, Diddy mom, she's speaking out for her son, boy. Even if she know him fighting his case, that well gonna dry up quick. Man, she like, man, my son ain't the monster y'all think he is. But hey man, we seen the Cassie tape. We seen the Cassie tape, so he got some monster acts with him. He definitely got some. He definitely got some monster acts with him with that. Shout out to y'all just coming in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like. Go ahead. What up, EJ? Simply DJ. All right, REI. Shout out to y'all, EJ. All right. I don't know, bro. I don't know, Miss Combs. Your son faces some dark troubles. I'll tell you that. But that 120 people that's supposed to be representing by that lawyer. That's added on lawsuits, man. So they trying to milk this boy bone dry. Bone dry. It's crazy. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. All right, hold on.
Yeah, my mom's gorgeous. Hold on, let me introduce you to my mom. Called Mom Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. Mom, freshly dipped though. I was trying to show you. Yeah, my mom's is single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single. Me and my mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. She's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world.
It will be. Especially with me.
I don't even want to get started with you doing that. We're not doing that. Cause yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom do know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. They outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. For real. It's my dog. You know, I want to live life. We out here moving and grooving. My mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms. You know? Flat. Oh! Take pew, pew, pew.
That video, wow, man. I still can't believe what I seen. And I remember you told me that, you know, Diddy, he smacked his own mom. And to be honest with you, man, I really didn't believe it. But after seeing that video of him and Cassie and what he did to her, I believe it now, man.
Well, yeah, listen, bruh, Kirk Burroughs, the president at the time, a bad boy, told me that he smacked his mother. Kirk Burroughs even said it on somebody's platform that he smacked his mother. It may have been your platform that he said that. I remember we was in the car. It was me, Puff, and his mother got in the car with us. And we was in the limousine. We was on, was it 20 West 19th Street or 5 West 19th Street? That was the first bad boy office when they came into Manhattan, not the Scarsdale shit. I'm talking when they got the first official bad boy office in Manhattan. Yo, his mother got in the car. He was on the phone talking about somebody or something. And then he said to his mother, yo, didn't I tell you to stay out my MF business? Oh. Yo, I want to snatch the fucking shadow off him. I said, boy, who you talking to? I said, if you ever talk to your mother like that again, around me, I'm going to beat the shit out you.
I don't know. Y'all believe that story? I mean, we seen it with the Cassie shit, so we know that nigga get violent. I believe it. I believe the nigga got violent with his own moms before. You know what I'm saying? And he won't be the first. He's not the first, and he won't be the last nigga to do that neither. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that shit. That's crazy though. Yeah, him and his mom do got weird dynamics and shit. That nigga said, my mom coming to strip club with me. I just been to have fun. That shit crazy though. Damn. Yeah, but his mom definitely trying to defend him as much as possible because she know the media got that much. Sheesh. I think what pushed her over is when them 120 people came forward. She said, "Oh no, I got to put a statement out." You know what I mean? But I think it's too far gone. Mama Combs. I think it's too far gone. Too far gone. Yeah, he ain't yeah, Diddy got a long road ahead of him with this case. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, they trying to bleed that. The lawyers trying to bleed him dry completely. He gonna need a lot of dough, and he got the money to fight the case. But you know what I'm saying? Is he gonna come out, on the other side of this? Not guilty. I don't think so. I don't know. It seems like he got a lot of odds that's against him right now, so I don't think so. Yeah. Sheesh. And he ain't gonna start trial till sometime next year. Even if, you know what I'm saying? Sometime in 2025, shit, but till then his ass got to sit in there. I wanted to bring this back too, because I remember Mase speaking on getting away from how he got away from Puff and all that shit that they was going through. So I wanted to recap this real quick.
So I wanted to talk to you guys for a moment. Is it okay if we have a conversation today? In fact, let me take my reading glasses and put those on. These are more cool. This is more for business like we need to handle today, okay? So today, I wanted to talk to you. I know yesterday you probably felt a certain way about the way I communicated, but I'm very unapologetic about the way I communicated because I know what I said was right. Maybe you didn't like the way I said it, but I know what I said was right. And I want to tell you why, If the devil can use him aggressively, then I want you to know God can use me aggressively. I want you to also know you may not like my delivery. You might say, well, listen here, why did you say it that way? I cannot speak to people outside of the church the way I speak to people inside the church. I got to know my audience. Isn't that what you would say if you're talking to a people? The first thing you got to know is your audience. And I also want you to know that the thing that's really stirring up so much confusion is because for years, these guys have organized a mass organized effort to slander my name behind the scenes. So every time I say something, you're just seeing my part because their part is behind the scene. But I want you to know I'm up for it. I'm up for it. I'm anointed for it. I'm anointed to dethrone evil. I want you to know that. So don't be worried for me. If anything, pray for me. Pray for the things that you don't understand, because I know there's a big misunderstanding between you. The first thing that comes to my mind is about how in Proverbs 18 and 17, the Bible talks about how you can hear one side and it seems right until you hear the other side. Until it's cross-referenced, you don't know that so much of the truth has been missing from what you've been informed about. The second thing I want to talk to you about is the story about Isaiah 40. What is that? Isaiah 54 and 17, where the Bible talks about in Isaiah that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So if you see me being aggressive, it's because I know no weapon formed against me shall prosper. But isn't it sad that that's the only part of that scripture people understand? The very next statement in that scripture, and it is loaded with content. It's loaded with revelation. But the very next part of that scripture says, and if any man, or any tongue rise up against you, you shall refute it. And that's what I did. He said something and I refuted it. I pulled it down because I knew it wasn't the truth. And I dealt with him as aggressively as he has chosen to deal with me. Another thing I want to tell you, the third but not last thing. Think about this. I went through every step on how to deal with him. Every step on how to deal with Puff biblically. I dealt with him biblically. That's why I felt aggressive about it. I felt like I did not have to change my strong approach because, number one, I went to him as a brother when things were not right. Secondly, I went to him with a witness. That was Rodney Jerkins. Like the Bible says, if you don't get it right with him, go back to him with a witness. I did that. The third thing it tells us to do is go to the church. Bring it before the elders. I reached out to his bishop. His bishop declined to mediate the situation. So I just went to step number 4, which is mark him as a publican and have nothing to do with him. And that's what I did lyrically. And that's what you guys have a problem with. So I don't know if it's me or you got a problem with the Bible, because all I did was handle it the way you're supposed to handle it. And I'm up for all the smoke he has to bring. Puff can't beat me at anything. And he knows that. And I'm up for the challenge. And until I see you again, just know I may do a lot of things you don't agree with. Pray for me like I would pray for you, instead of letting your voice be used against something that could be a phenomenal change for our culture. We don't need no more leaders like that. We need new gatekeepers. If there's ever been a company, just think of this, that handled those people that way for 20 straight years, you wouldn't keep them in leadership. So why should we keep these same gatekeepers who have done nothing but exploited us and use our talents against us for their own gain and their children? Until then, I'm signing off.
And that's the part I wanted to highlight too, when he said new gatekeepers. He said, "Why keep these same gatekeepers on for 20 years and they ain't done nothing but to exploit the culture?" You know what I'm saying? Mase, you helped it out though. You helped it out though, Mase, because you were signed to Puff. You ain't 100% innocent of that shit neither, bro, because you signed to Puff. So I hear what you're saying. Far as like, the gatekeepers. Yeah. I don't know, bro. You were signed to the nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah. What'd you say? You said I feel like Mase did dealt with Diddy as a friend and not as a businessman. Yeah, because that, they talk that brotherhood shit. Like, you know what I mean? Because they look at it as a brotherhood, and also like they treat it like, family or whatever. But yeah, sometimes that shit can be a hinder, and they can get in the way of business because, yeah, like you said, everybody that Puff went through, like he basically buttered them up by partying with them, not really getting no music done, just partying, and then when the artist gets fed up, like, yo, let's get to the music. You know what I'm saying? Then he kind of like shun them off like he did The Game. I mean, Usher was complaining about not being able to get music done because all they wanted to do was party and shit. The little Rod nigga that put the case on him, the lawsuit or whatever, saying he, that's all he was doing is partying and shit and not, really getting to the music like that. Like a lot, yeah. So I feel like Mase, they went through that situation where, the whole publishing thing, you know what I'm saying? And hey, Mase came out on top. Now look at Diddy. Diddy in jail. Mase got a successful podcast. It seemed like shit kind of worked itself out as far as like, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody, man, this shit with Diddy, boy. Like we ain't never think we was gonna see this nigga sitting up in the goddamn cell. You know what I'm saying? Facing all these damn charges and all these lawsuits. You know what I mean? Ain't see this shit coming. I mean, we heard the talks throughout the years, but we ain't know they was gonna really, you know what I'm saying, get down and really actually, go through with it. But that, I think he did so much in the industry, man. He did so much shit with different levels of people, from billionaires to politicians, corporations, all like he's been in bed with all the motherfuckers. No Diddy. Well, Diddy. No Diddy. Diddy, no Diddy. But you know what I'm saying? He didn't did business with pretty much every damn body, from corporations to, you know what I'm saying? Every hip hop executive, every hip hop artist and R&B, Hollywood shit, and party with every damn body. And I feel like, man, he did too much. He did too much for even for them motherfuckers that do too much. He did too much for them. The people that was partying along with him and shit. I guess he did too much for them. But I think him doing all that secret recording shit kind of fucked him up. secret recording motherfuckers while they, you know, having them freak off parties and shit like that. Like we said, it ain't no crime in the freak offs, unless you know, unless it's like some underage kids there or they partaking in some criminal activities and holding people against their will. But other than that, a freak off ain't a crime. But if you got some very important people on them fucking tapes that don't want to see their brand ruined or their family ruined, they gonna handle that shit accordingly. And they did. They sent Homeland Security after that nigga, bro. We ain't never seen no entertainer get raided by no goddamn Homeland Security. That's some new shit. So he definitely had somebody on them tapes that wasn't supposed to be on there. You know what I mean? Shit crazy, bro. Yeah, he did way too much. He did too much for the people that do too much. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. All right, we gotta get in the let's switch gears real quick. So Jag and Orlando Brown and link back up for the blue couch again. So I seen this real life Joker nigga post a video, I guess a snippet of behind the scenes footage of Jag and Orlando Brown on the blue couch and shit. These two crazy motherfuckers getting together. You know that shit gonna be crazy. Jag and goddamn Orlando Brown. So let's go ahead and get into this quick clip real quick.
You don't kiss me, baby, and I don't speak your name. Calling in a rhapsody, yet can't find the melody. You and you.
I think look over and just sitting there like that.
Oh, that was hot. It was fire. I wanna make love. Come on. Yeah. You.
You know that's them two crazy motherfuckers, bro. Jag got them Orlando crazy as hell. You know they gonna be saying some crazy shit. What a fucking deadly combination. Yeah, but then you said Jag severely mentally unwell, but then you got Orlando Brown adding on to the shit though. You know what I'm saying? You said Jag severely mentally unwell. None of her tales and stories have specifically it said, which lets me know the supreme liar, right? But then you got Orlando Brown adding his cryptic, you know what I mean, his crazy ass encrypted messages. That nigga be speaking in parables and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, what up, Miss Medusa? What's going on, Medusa? All right. Shout out to Dion. I see y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. You know what I mean? Shout out to the replay game that's gonna catch this back. But I wanted to hop into this real quick. Let me see if I can pull this up. This is when Orlando Brown was asked about Jag ever being at a Diddy party and shit. All right, this is Orlando when he was asked about on the blue couch, asked about have Jag ever been to a Diddy? Have you ever seen Jag at a Diddy party?
Did you ever see Jaguar Wright at a Diddy party?
I've seen pictures of her with people. Were there parties going on? I mean, necessarily no. I don't think that she was at a Diddy party though.
She said she used to come there. Go there.
I think she'd be capping. I think a lot of that shit was cap.
been working for Orlando Brown. Orlando's brilliant. He's highly intelligent.
Especially when she was like, yo, that's the best acting he does is his interviews.
That shit that he does is a character. Actually, the shit that he does online is the best acting he does.
Like, bitch, do you know Orlando? Is it like, do you even know me? Like, don't play with me. Fucking expose your ass, bitch.
Message.
Dang. That nigga said, I expose your ass. That nigga Orlando Brown said, I expose your ass. That line. Yeah, I ain't ain't been no goddamn Diddy party. All right, so this was him on another podcast and shit. I think Danger Zone, I think his name is the podcast. They asked about Jaguar, about Jay-Z and shit. So let's go ahead and get into this quick clip real quick.
Jaguar Wright claims that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy. Do you believe that's possible?
Jaguar Wright is not Jay-Z.
She claims that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy.
That's a tall claim.
What did you say about it? Make it make sense.
I think Jaguar Wright is trying to be you and be a better version of you.
Wow.
And so she's going out there and she's kind of trying to imitate you and it all up.
Wow. For real?
Not necessarily.
You don't think so? Where did she come
wow.
up with this? All of a sudden, after you're doing what you're doing, she comes up and she starts doing
listen,
what she's doing.
if you
Are you cool with Jaguar Wright?
listen, it didn't come up. It didn't mask out to what you
I meant exactly what I said. I say Jaguar's Wright has become another version of what we see Orlando Brown that has done, and we watch these interviews, and it seems like she's trying to take a similar path than what you're taking.
That's a different point. I ain't never thought about that.
You're telling the truth.
He's smiling like
because he sees it. He sees it. Yeah, I know he sees it. There can only be one Orlando Brown.
When I see
Orlando, can you press the mother button? There is not two. And I feel like when I'm watching these interviews that there is an attempt at being two. They're like, there can't just be only one. He's not the only one that's going to go out there and say, and Mase, what you said was correct. What you said is correct by saying that there's truths into it if you let people talk and there's truths, but let there be one version of it. There doesn't need to be an imitated version of what you're doing. I understand that. In my opinion, I feel like there's truth in it, and you keep showing the people the truth. I feel like she's trying to do exactly this, take the exact same route as you are. Maybe you taught her. I don't know.
Yeah, but the difference is Orlando been in the game since a kid. So he got more experience and probably know a little more than what Jag know because he's been in the industry longer since a child. You know what I'm saying? So I think he will know, much more than what she would be out here talking about. I mean, even though we know Orlando Brown is he talking parables and shit and cryptic messages, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff he said be out there. But I mean, we don't put it past nobody because we know Hollywood is a bunch of reprobating people up in there. So you could take, some of the stuff he says literally, or you could take it figuratively. You know what I mean? Because he always talking in metaphors and shit. Jag, on the other hand, she was in the industry a hot minute, but a lot of stuff she speak on, she wasn't like actually present for none of them things. So it's kind of like just a spin, a spin on what's already been put out there. Like we said, Wendy Williams was the first one putting this shit out there about Diddy. Wendy Williams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Or did you say simply, say, yes, seen a lot. Can't understand a damn thing he says, but will believe him before Jag. Yeah, because he's been around all them individuals that she talk about. He done been around. Remember, he was on Family Matters, Major Payne, Jamie Foxx show, That's So Raven. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's been on a lot of, he's been around. The whole Disney thing, yeah, he's been around, man. So I don't believe Jack seen half of what this nigga done seen in the industry. So a lot of people would consider him more credible than her because he's been in the industry since a child. I mean, yeah, he grew up, exactly. He grew up in the industry since a child. Yeah. Commercials, seen him on commercials as a child. All that shit.
Shit. Maybe you told her to do it.
Good flow.
Bro, y'all think that about Jaguar? Comment down below. I ain't never thought about that. That's a good point. That's a good point. I ain't never thought about that. I ain't gonna lie, I've been seeing going crazy for some years. You feel me? Just viral based off his downfalls or what.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said you're right. You're not trying to stop her bag, but she fucking up yours, low key.
Yeah.
She taking your bookings by trying to do that.
It's the same goddamn.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to stop her bag, but she fucking up.
Would you
reveal?
What's interesting? Why would you
reveal to the world that?
Yeah, he said you're right. You're not trying to stop her bag, but she fucking up yours, low key.
Yeah.
She taking your bookings by trying to do that.
It's the same goddamn.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, they feel like Jag taking a page out of Orlando Brown book, which I think she did. Kind of like out of Gene Dill, took a page out of his book. Kind of took a page out of Orlando Brown's. I mean, they added her own spin to it because they seen how it was working for them. She seen how it was working for them. So she feel like she can, put them stories back out and put a spin on them, remix them stories that was already out there and turn it into a financial gain. And I wish people would just see it that way, and that's what it is. Like, not to say that nothing goes on in that industry. We know it does because a lot of people then came forward. A lot of more credible people then came forward that things happened directly to them that they spoke out about. You know what I'm saying? So, and it being as though with Jag mixing those lies in with she was kind of like watering down the truth. It's like a disinfo agent, like at this point, because we seeing everything that's coming out about the Diddy situation, and she's up on Piers Morgan saying she got tapes, secret tapes of working with sex workers that have secret tapes, secret recordings of different people, and if you ain't got that, you just up there like lying and that's not you lying ain't helping nobody out. It ain't helping the real victims out. Her just lying up there saying she got tapes and working with sex workers to get intel on celebrities, and yeah, it's like, what's the point? What's the point of doing that shit if the feds can't use you? They can't do nothing with you because you ain't got nothing. Like, where's them tapes at? You don't have no secret recordings, no tapes, nothing you can help the authorities out with. So what's the point of doing it other than just hustling stories to get for financial gain? Simple and plain. Nothing more, nothing less.
Like, you shut your ass up.
I'm just saying,
I can't stand the fact that you're so dope.
I just gotta be right.
There you go. I knew it.
I'm just saying.
He think that nigga dope.
Listen,
all right.
man.
All right.
Shout out to him.
All right.
I don't know his name.
All right.
I feel like Elliot Wilson.
Nah, don't boost him up because then you go curtail that
You
shit.
got the guys that just paid you, they just gave you the money, bro.
Yeah, I've been making money for a long.
No, bro, they just gave you the money,
I like
and then
money.
you want me to. All right, so check
Yeah.
this out, bro.
I get money.
Money I got. I'm broke as shit.
Jaguar Wright imitation. Come on.
Yeah.
No,
He knows.
Jaguar Wright has
that's him doing him.
a very nice bag. I'm gonna tell you why.
Ooh.
There we go. Let's hear.
Oh shoot. Okay. Hold on.
Got the imitation bag.
She definitely
Jaguar Aubrey. Yeah. Jaguar Graham.
She can't lie.
Meet the Graham.
She can't do this.
Right. Yeah, we're not gonna let. We got you.
The room is yours, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown.
My daughter's name is.
Alexander.
You don't gotta. Yeah, you don't.
My daughter name by Jaguar is.
Whoa!
He's under.
See, that's what you be losing me when you be saying shit like that. You talking about the name of his daughter with Jaguar is. Yeah, see, he losing me when he start doing that shit. Mr. Orlando Brown, man, sir. You lose me when you start doing that shit, bro.
No, he's got a daughter by Jaguar. He's got a daughter by way of Jaguar.
Can I please just say the name of the daughter?
Yeah, yeah.
This nigga
Jenny
crazy.
Brown. So,
Wow.
cool.
Okay. I thought she was going.
Jaguar is definitely my daughter. The bitch is.
I know she is.
Son.
Me, Solomon.
I love my daughter, but she's being so mean. That's it.
Get her
Okay.
right.
There you go.
That nigga called Jaguar his daughter. He said, this nigga said his daughter being so mean and shit. This nigga crazy, bro. Orlando Brown a little bit off his rocker, too.
So, you heard it here first,
What?
ladies and gentlemen. And that's what is important. I feel
What?
like
I did a reaction to Orlando and Jaguar talking, meeting.
So so that's from the Danza Project podcast with Orlando Brown on there. This brother channel his brother channel here is just doing commentary over it. So
Why is he calling her mean? That's what I'm.
and somebody else might not hear it, but I'm hearing the.
So Drake,
I don't think
Drake. So
Drake is a better rapper than Kendrick
You
Lamar.
gotta be able to decipher it.
Are you gonna come out in my?
all right, so they supposed to be linking back up for the Blue Couch. Orlando and Jag supposed to be linking up and doing an interview. And that shit gonna be crazy as hell with them two niggas going back and forth and shit. That shit gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. No. All right, let me see something. All right, man. If y'all ain't hit that like button, please smash that like button. If you're just tuning in, shout out to y'all that's catch this on a replay. Like I said, I ain't want to keep y'all too long. Keep this thing short, sweet, straight to the point. Man, if you haven't shopped with us yet, man, make sure you go to nightandayherbals.com and get your CBD. You know what I mean? If you're looking for a naturally grown CBD, no chemicals, no sprays, definitely head over to nightandayherbals.com and get CBD. You know what I mean? We got the pre-rolls on there as well. I think we sold out all the vapes. Yeah, we sold out all the vapes, but we'll be getting them back on there soon. And of course, we got all the pain bombs and the soaps and lotions infused CBD. You know what I mean? Healing wound creams and Detox. So you're like Zia 8, that's a 5-star product. Natural Detox. You know what I mean? Straight from the volcano ash. mixed with alkaline water. It's all natural, no fillers, no chemicals, none of that. Just straight natural from the core of the earth. Of course, we got the lollipops on here, the detox drinks as well. It's still 20% off on everything. The shea butter, the body butters, the soaps and body oils. So if you see the coupon code at the top, ND Herbals, welcome 24, use that during the checkout and you get 20% off your purchase, off your order. So it's 90dayherbals.com. Man, this your boy JR Curry. I'm signing out off this joint and catch y'all next live stream. All right. Peace out.